Hello friends, so today in this video we can discuss the first two questions from the latest Codeforces round 686. The first two problems are relatively simple because it's a div 3 problem set, and thus we can discuss both of the problems in this video, and then the third and the fourth problem will be having a separate video. So the first problem is very simple. You are given n which is greater than 1, so it will be 2, 3, 4, something like that, and you have to build a permutation of n numbers from 1 till n such that it follows the following property in which no index, like as you can see, if the index is from 1, then no value at the particular index should match the value itself. What I mean by this is, let's assume that I have some numbers, like if I have some like this places, 5 places to fill, and the index for this is 1, index for this is 2, 3, 4, 5. Now I want to fill these 5 places with 5 numbers which are 1, 2, 3 or 5. So which means that I have to fill these 5 places with a permutation of 5 numbers 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, such that we should not place the number. So let's assume that I want to place 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now I want to place these numbers randomly on this board such that you have to output one possible configuration in which the number which you have to place should not match with the index at that position. So I cannot put 1 at this position, but I can place like 2, 3, 4, 5, any number. So it's better to just place the number like this, 2, 3, like just place this number which is the index next after it, 4, 5, and then because after 5 you can place 1. So it's just like a right shift of all the numbers. So if you have like these numbers, just right shift or like rotate these numbers by one position, and then that's the answer. So what you can simply do, you can just rotate it out, or like just make a vector of 1, 2, 3 or 5, and then print out these numbers from here till, and then if you go out of bound, just print out the first number. You can also do this, or you can use the property of the mod function. I will tell you in this like the code part. So what you can do, so for right shifting, you can also do is you can add 1 to the, so as you can see, I'm iterating from left to right, so from I equal to 0 till n, and my output is for every I will plus 1 to it and then mod it with n, such that I will finding out the next position for every. So let's assume that this index is 0, so I will print 1, but because indexing is from 0 but the original indexing is from 1, so I have to like plus 1 in this. So you have to just I plus 1 will take you to the next index because you have to output the next index, mod it with n because you're right shifting. So if you go out of bound, you will go to the first point, but because the indexing is from 1, you just add 1 to it. The code will be in the description. If you have still have some doubts, you can ping me on my Telegram channel or put a comment box, or like put a comment in the comment box down there. The second problem is, so the problem is also, you have to read the problem statement, but there are n participants and the ith participant will choose a number ai. So as you can see, there are different numbers a1, a2 till an, and every participant will choose the correspondingly ai number, and then the winner of the game is that participant whose number is unique. So if the participant has the unique number and that number is as minimum as possible, so that person will be the winner. So you are given all the n possible values, you have to find out who's the winner index, the person who will take that number. You have to output that number indexed, and if the answer is no, that there is no like if all the numbers are same, let's assume, then anyone will pick out a number which may be the minimum number, but because it is not unique, the answer will be like no one person will win, and the answer will be -1. So you have to output either the index of that person who wins, or the person there is no like output, so answer is -1. So let's go through the test cases. The first one is both are 1, 1, which means that both person has the value 1. So even if we take out, it is minimum as possible like 1, but because both are same, the answer is -1. In this case, as you can see, the minimum is 1, this, and this is also unique. There is no other element which is equal to 1, and thus the answer is this index, which is second index. In this, as you can see, even though 2 is the minimum possible, but we will not take 2 because 2 occurs a lot of time. A lot of people, the ith people, the first person and second person, will take out the same number. So I want the number which is smaller possible, okay, but it should be unique, so it should follow the both properties. And as you can see, 3 is unique and also small possible, though it's not the smallest possible, but we want the number which is smaller among all the numbers which are unique. You can also say that if you have to find out the number which is unique, and then you have to check that among all the unique numbers which is the smallest number. So as you can see in this, there are two unique numbers, 3 and 4, and among these unique numbers which is the smallest possible, 3. So then you can easily understand that okay, I have to find out the number which is unique. If every number occurs more than 2 times, then the answer is no. And then if I just find out the unique number, we just have to find out among all the unique numbers which is the smallest possible, and among the smallest possible we just have to output that index, and that's the whole logic for this problem. So what you can do, you can make a frequency map of all the numbers, or you can like use a map to store out the frequency of every number, and after storing out the frequency you can move from left to right because the numbers are sorted if you use a map, and thus you will always find out the number which is minimum possible and has the frequency equal to 1. So you have to iterate over the map then, and then find out the smallest number which has the frequency equal to 1. And if you find that number, then just find out the index of that number by iterating over the whole array again. And then if you don't find out any number whose frequency equal to 1, then the answer is like -1. So that's the logic for this problem. As you can see, this is n, and this is n, this is the map, and then this is the vector to store out all the elements. Okay, just wait. Yeah, so this is map, and then what you can do for every element, you will increment or you have to find out the frequency of every element and store the value in map, and then also make a EFI to store out all the values. Then iterate over the map, and as you know, like map store the values in ascending order, so the first value is always the smallest, then the next number. So whenever I find out the frequency of any number equal to 1, which means that it is a unique number, then, and also because I'm moving over the map, it should be the smallest number. So whenever you're moving along the map, the first number which you find out whose frequency equal to 1, just find out its index. And how you can find out the index, just iterate over the map again, or sorry, the map, the vector again, and find out like what is the position of that number. When you find out the position of that number, just output that position and return out, because you don't have to do anything else. If you don't find a number whose frequency equal to 1, then the answer is -1 only. So I hope you get the intuition of both of the problems and the logic itself. The code will be in the description. If you still have any doubts, you can ping me on my Telegram channel or in the comment box. So I'll see you in the next one. Till then, keep coding and take care. Bye.